have talked to throughout this really interesting series. And Brian, I just want to start with just a quick question on Spo. We had a long rip of his sound, which I found really interesting. And I'm looking at this box score, and I'm not knocking the roster, but my God, like they're going to the finals. And I give all the credit in the world to Martin, who was great, and obviously Jimmy Butler's been great. But how much credit does Erik Spoelstra deserve, along with his staff, for getting this group to the NBA Finals?
Yeah, I thought a key thing was the mood that he struck after Game 6. He was extremely confident with his group, extremely confident that they would be okay. That carried over into their preparation yesterday. From what I understand, they had a very spirited but good film session. From what I understand, they had an excellent, crisp shoot-around this morning that he successfully got his players past that. And I'm going to tell you, 10 years ago, I was in Miami. Erik Spoelstra was in Miami when Ray Allen hit that shot in the finals. And one of the biggest challenges of Greg Popovich's career was to pick his team up from that terrible Game 6 loss. And they did. They almost won Game 7. It was incredibly competitive. To also have to do that and to travel was an extraordinary ask for Erik Spoelstra and the Heat. And the groundwork that he has laid with this team, the way that the Heat operate, which is ABC, always be competing. I know it sounds corny,
but
really. That is the way the Heat operate. The Heat operated like that when they were tanking, not even tanking, when they were rebuilding and preparing for cap space for LeBron. They made the playoffs that year before. They were like that in this postseason. They always compete. That is just who they are. And so when they had to summon it in Game 7, they just fell on the fundamentals that they operate with every day. There's probably nobody more disciplined I've ever covered in the NBA than Erik Spoelstra. I mean, the man weighs about the same as he did when he was a college point guard. I think Just look at the way he carries his lifestyle, and that's the way he coaches, and that consistency helped the Heat have consistent emotions all the time, but especially in a Game 7.